Greetings, greetings, greetings.
Greetings.
I'm gonna let you hold this. How you guys doing here? Another day here in Phoenix, Arizona. We about to go out and get some food here. Get our food, get our bellies fat, and then do our normal routine.
In this video, I would like to address several things here, okay? In this video, I would like to address the power of invoking your constitutional rights in a timely manner. Okay, I'm going to point out to you what that means, and I'm going to point out to you the benefits of that, okay? All right. Now, when you timely invoke your rights, nothing that conflicts, no rule, okay? No rule, no state court rule or state law rule can supersede that. For example, if you're in court and you're going through a court proceeding and you're not represented by an attorney, then your rights are not considered waived. Now, by invoking those rights, you are placing the court on notice that you are exercising your inalienable rights, okay? So no implied waivers can stand, okay? No implied waivers can stand. An implied waiver is an assumption that you're waiving the right by doing a particular action, okay? So that we're clear on that, all right? Now, if you're going through a court, let's say you're going through a court case, and let's say you had 14 days to file a particular piece of paperwork that's required by the court. When you invoke your rights secured by the United States Constitution, what that does is that protects you from all of their rules and all of their laws that may come in conflict to that, okay? Or all of their rules and all of their laws that would, by way, deprive you of that right that's secured by the said invoked Constitution, okay? So that is why it's important to timely invoke those rights, because then there can be no excuse that the officer of the court or the state official had no knowledge that you were exercising that right, okay? So timely invoking your right is almost just as important as the right itself. It is the right itself, because it could be the difference between that right being upheld and that right not being upheld by the United States Supreme Court. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you an example, because I like to give examples so people can understand, because I hate when someone is explaining to me. As a little boy, I used to hate when someone explained something to me and they assume that I know what they're talking about. So I don't want to put you guys through that kind of hell. So I'm going to give you an example. For an example, if I walk into McDonald's, apparently I don't work there, but if I walk in there, you can assume that I don't have a McDonald's uniform on. I wouldn't have a McDonald's uniform on because I'm not associated with that company. I don't work there. Okay? Okay, is that easy? Are we clear on that? Okay, we clear on that. Now, if they say, well, we can't give you no food because we can't sell you no food because you don't have on the uniform. That's them trying to hold me to their rules. They require all of their workers to have a uniform on. Okay? Let me say that again. They require all of their workers that's coming to work to have a uniform on. All right? So, when you go into court and you timely invoke those constitutional rights and you are not represented by an officer of the court, You want to know what that means? That means that any of their rules that come in conflict with the rights that you timely invoked are notwithstanding. Okay? Let me say that again for those who don't understand. Any of the rules, okay? These go for rules of civil procedure, rules of appellate procedure, and all of that. Any of those rules that come in conflict with those rights that are timely invoked, those rules are notwithstanding, okay? And I'm going to tell you the particular provision that sets this forth. It's called the Supremacy Clause of the United States Constitution. It's Article 6, Clause 2. Or Article 6, Paragraph 2. It could be Paragraph 2 or Clause 2. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. Okay? It's binding on all state courts. Okay? It's binding on all state courts. No implied waivers can stand. No implied waivers can stand. Okay? That's Article 6, Clause 2 of the United States Constitution, where the state law or state rule comes into conflict with those inalienable rights secured by the Constitution or by federal law. Federal law wins. Okay? Okay? They're notwithstanding. I don't care what they tell you. So if you're in a court case and you have a certain time to file something and they throw that case out, them throwing that case out is only temporary. It's only temporary. Okay? Now, if you're represented by an officer of the court, that's it. You're done. Okay? Rights that are guaranteed by the Constitution are guaranteed. Those words are not up for, though that is not up for interpretation. Okay? So any of those actions that come in conflict of that, it is stealthy encroachment. Okay? It's stealthy encroachment. Stealthy encroachment is violating your rights in a sneaky manner that you wouldn't even know, that the layman wouldn't know. Okay? All right. So I want to address the importance of that, because it's very important that you understand that, and that is why representing yourself in court was not meant to be this intimidating thing. Oh, I gotta go get an attorney. Oh, I gotta get a professional. No. Your only obligation is to know your rights that's secured by the Constitution of this United States. Once you know that and you understand that, then you will know how to properly defend yourself. You will be protected. You will know. All right? It's very important stuff. So remember, it's very important to timely invoke your rights, because if their records, anywhere in their records, indicate and show proof of timely invoked rights, then all bets are off. All bets are off. Their rules are notwithstanding. Okay, that's Article 6, Clause 2 of the United States Constitution. All right. Okay. Anything you want to say?
Oh, Also, noticed that we've been getting emails from certain people asking for help. Maybe you want to touch on that.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of emails from people asking for us to assist them with, certain complaints, and yes, we feel your pain. We feel your pain, and that is why we share our experience with you via our channel, because it's very important stuff in here, and you can get a lot from the videos, but we will not be helping people. We will not be taking your case, or we will not be helping people. We will not be doing that because we really don't have the time right now. We're very busy. We don't have the time to be doing that right now. But what we can do is we will be continuing to make videos, and we will address some of the matters and some of the topics that come upon us through emails or whatnot. But we will not be particularly, helping. But what we would suggest is, you just have to take the information from these videos and you have to do your own research. Everything that I say in this video, everything that he says in this video can be verified in under a minute as a fact. Okay? Now, people who are officers of the court that might be watching this video, officers of the court is like judges and lawyers and things like that. They might say, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But they will soon find out that I do, because all it takes is for you to go research it. You can find out anything that I say is a fact in under a minute. So it's not no dispute whether what I'm saying is a fact or not. But people do not commonly practice this kind of stuff because, again, like I said, these movies and mainstream media and all of this stuff that goes on, this stuff is not commonly practiced. Okay? You know what happens if you work out in the gym and you haven't gone in a long time? Those muscles is not there no more. Okay? So that doesn't, just because they're not there no more, doesn't mean that they can't be, revived. So again, it's very important to invoke your constitutional right. And another example I want to give is, I know a lot of people that's watching this video, I can probably guarantee, probably in a 90 percentile, that you guys heard of Miranda rights. You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used or held against you in a court of law. That Miranda right is a common law. Is a common law right that is derived out of the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution. So the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution made that law real. That's Miranda versus Arizona. Okay? Miranda versus Arizona went to the United States Supreme Court, and they made that case law. So that's why it's called a Miranda right. That's a common law right, and every police officer is bound to that, to let you know that. Okay, that's just an example that I'm using to show you how strong and how real this is. It's not a game. All right? So again, the rules of procedure, the rules of procedure and all of that stuff, it's notwithstanding up against those constitutional rights when timely invoked. The key is timely invoked. That's the key. That's the key. Because they can say, well, I didn't know that he was exercising that right. Okay, and then it can be considered waived through an implied waiver. And implied waivers are derivatives of actions that you took that you are expected to not take had you known. All right? So if anybody have any kind of questions or concerns, enter them down in the comment section and we'll love to touch on those. But again, like I said, you can figure out this stuff that it's a fact in less than a minute. Now, if you timely invoke your rights somewhere and they ignore those, then they just abridged your right, and then they're liable to the supreme authorities of the United States Constitution. And all constitutional rights invoked, none waived in this video. And anything from you?
No.
All right, you guys. Ciao.